Hey guys, welcome to another Lunchtime review. Today I'm going to try one of these Jimmy Dean's toaster pop-ups. This was ham, egg, and cheese. Flaky pastries filled with ham, eggs, and cheese. Makes sense. There are 8 in the box. It says toasty fun in every bite. 8 grams of protein. The whole box is 18.4 ounces or 521 grams. We bought these at Meijer. They were $6.69. I'm sure they have them other places. That just happens to be where we got them. Let's see, calorie information. That's an odd place. 200 calories per pop-up. So each one of these is worth 200 calories, and there's your other info for you. So let's see how you do these. You do these in a toaster. It doesn't say anything about toaster oven or anything like that. So just know you have to have a toaster, making sure. Yeah, you have to have a toaster to do these. You know, you might have a toaster at work. It's not uncalled for. It's pretty common to have a toaster to make toast or bagels or whatever. So we're going to set our toaster on medium-high setting, 5 on most toasters. I can tell you mine, the highest setting is 5. So I'm going to put it on medium, which is 3. But it says to do it 2 cycles or until hot. So I'll just do it 2 cycles. Let's set in the microwave, the toaster, for 1 minute. Before serving, be careful. Don't remove it with metal objects. That's bad. It's a good way to get electrocuted. And it says remove it from the plastic. So that makes sense. You don't want to put it in your toaster with the plastic on it. Let's see what these look like. Are they individually wrapped? I'm assuming it's just one bag, right? Oh, no, they're individually wrapped. And, oh, they're teeny tiny little things. I was expecting to be bigger than that. So I will probably put 2 of these in the toaster, you know, one on each side because I have a 2-slot toaster. I'll probably do 2 of these and I'll pop it in the toaster. I'll be back. And it does give directions on the package as well. Okay, so here they are out of the toaster. And I use these toaster tongs. They're made out of like bamboo. And someone sent these to us, so they've been very, very helpful because these are short. So even when you pick your toaster, the thing up and try to grab them with your fingers, it's really low in there. So there's really not a good way to get in there and get them. These are awesome to get stuff like that out of your toaster. So if you've never seen those, they sell them on Amazon. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna cut these open to see what they look like, at least one of them. I'm curious of how much stuff is inside here. And I ended up doing a full 3 on my toaster, like halfway the medium, and then like another 2 to just let it finish off because it started getting like a toasty, not burnt smell, but a toasty smell. Okay, that half, I do not see any. Okay, there's some ham right there. There's some ham. You can see the steam coming out of there. There is ham. There's plenty of eggs, and there's some ham, and I see some cheese in there, so that's cool. Yeah, I'm going to let some of that steam out. I'm going to actually leave that one open just right there. And I'm also gonna kind of pop this one open too to where let some of that steam out. So yeah, I'm going to let these cool off for a minute, get them over the table, and be right back. Okay, if I didn't mention it, I meant to. These are frozen. You keep these in the freezer until you're ready to make them. You make them frozen, so you don't have to put it in the refrigerator or anything like that before you put them in the toaster. So didn't say that, but I wanted to make sure I mentioned it just in case you didn't know. So I'm gonna take a bite. It got it good and hot in the middle. The bready part kind of has the same texture of like a really thin biscuit. Not an English biscuit, a cookie, but a biscuit, an American biscuit, where you have a little bit, be like a scone over in the UK. It has a little bit of that biscuit kind of texture. It's just really, really thin. I mean, you can see how it's a very thin layer, but it has the same texture and consistency of like a biscuit. Yeah, it's not really bread-like. The reason I say biscuit is more compressed. It's not as fluffy. It's more dense and compressed. Not a bad thing. It's just that's just what it is. It's very, very thin though, which is a good thing. If it had been really thick and dense, it might not have been as good, but since it's fairly thin, it's pretty nice. So the texture is good. The inside texture, you really don't get the texture of that ham because they're so small. You're kind of getting like a scrambled egg texture mixed with just a really thin layer of biscuit. That's what you're getting the texture of. Like I said, the little pieces of ham in there are so small, you don't really get the chewy texture of the ham. I like the edges too. The edges have a little crispy texture to them. So the edges and the bottom around the outside, they really have a crispy texture. So the inside's a little more bready, whereas the outsides are more crispy. So yeah, I like the texture of these. Flavor-wise, honestly, I taste more of the bread than I get the egg or the ham or the cheese. I took a bite intentionally kind of out of the center where it's the thinnest, and in that bite I got more of the egg and cheese flavor, a little bit of the ham, but mostly egg and cheese. It's just when you get to the outside edges, you get more bread than the filling. So yeah, it just depends on which area you're eating. Some areas you're going to get all biscuity bread kind of flavor. The center part where it's thinner, you're going to get more of that egg and cheese flavor. It's not a really super eggy flavor, so if you don't like eggs, you're probably not going to get these anyway, but it's not really super strong egg. Like, it's not a pure on scrambled egg. You get the egg and cheese. And with, like I said, you get a little bit of that ham flavor. I wish the ham had been more bacon-like, so it had a little bit of a smoky, salty flavor, and it really doesn't. It's just literally like chopped up ham. They're not bad. They're small. For 200 calories, in this few minutes I've been sitting here eating them, this is all I have left. This is one more bite. So you're gonna eat them pretty quick. You could try to go slow with smaller bites, but you're still gonna eat them pretty quick. It's very small. If you're eating them for breakfast, yeah, this would probably hold you over until lunchtime. I don't tend to eat a lot of breakfast, but if you eat something small like this for breakfast, it would hold you over. I don't know, you would probably have to eat 2 of them for lunch though, because they are kind of small. I don't think it would fill you up. And what the fillings are is mostly egg and cheese and bread. And I don't think that'll stick around with you very long. So I think you'll be hungry in a couple hours if you only ate 1 of them. So just know that. Flavor-wise, like I said, they're kind of boring. I wish they had some more seasoning in there. Maybe the ham had been a little bit more of that bacony kind of flavor, that smoky, salty flavor. As it is, you're really kind of getting kind of a plain, almost like you're eating a biscuit. Matter of fact, I think like Jimmy Dean's makes frozen biscuits and like Egg McMuffins, like English muffins, not Egg McMuffins, that's a McDonald's thing. English muffins, I think those have more flavor than this. I like the texture of these really nicely because they are kind of that biscuit bread texture, but I think those have more flavor to them. I'm gonna give these a 3 out of 5. I don't think they're bad at all. I just don't think they're they're not very exciting. So yeah, definitely try them out if you're interested. They're not bad by any means, and they're worth trying out if you're interested, but just don't go out of your way to try them. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.